Hello, y'all. This is Set to Achieve. Welcome to another video. And today I just want to talk about Facebook ads. Okay. I want to talk about Facebook ads. Hello, y'all. This is Set to Achieve. Welcome to another video. Today I'm talking about Facebook ads, and this is tied in with my cell phone or iPhone specifically reselling business that I've started, and I'm going to show you the ads that I'm managing. Okay, so this actually is ads based on engagement, and the bid strategy is highest volume, and my budget is $5 a day. Okay, that's what I can afford right now, and since I'm just starting my business, trying to put my funds together, and more importantly, trying to learn all about the business, learning about the iPhones, learning about unlocking the iPhones, learning about um, still even like really learning about the Facebook ads and things like that. So when I first started Facebook ads, I was running it based on leads, um, but now I've changed to just running it based on engagement. Okay, so this is the one I'm currently running. Like I said, it's $5 a day, um, and the results is 11 messages thus far. And as you can see, the reach is 628. So it's reached 628 people, and the impressions that I've gotten are um, so impressions means basically the number of times your ads were on screen, okay? And reach is the number of account center accounts that saw your ads at least once. Okay, so reach is different from impressions, which may include multiple views, okay, of your ads by the same account center account. Okay, so the reach is basically um is the number of accounts, people that have Facebook accounts that saw your ad at least once. So the people that actually saw the ad, and impressions is just um the number of times your ads were on screen. So the amount of time it was displayed. So it was displayed 1,111. I'm sorry, 1,011 times was displayed, and the reach is the number of accounts that actually saw the ad. And right now, per messaging conversation, it is $1.66. It fluctuates back and forth. Sometimes it's a little more, sometimes it's less. But it's been very, very cost effective, especially with the amount per day, which is $5 a day I'm doing. Um, I will gradually increase it, but right now I'm very, very confident, and I have been getting leads. Like there was a day I got like five people reaching out to me, and having a lot of phones and things like that. So this is how much I've spent thus far for this particular ad. I restarted an ad, so it started like fresh. So yeah, so this is what it is. I would advise you, if you are starting a cell phone reselling business, and you want to learn how to just be able to reach people. I have people that have reached me from, I'm in Illinois. People have reached me so I am in a suburb, in the south suburbs, but I have people have reached me in Chicago. I have people that have reached me from Indiana, which is like bordering areas, and it's actually been quite interesting, because I'm like, wow, so you're in Chicago, and you have been able to see my account, like one of the people that I purchased a phone from, and thus far I've purchased three phones, and yeah, so I'm still actually in the learning phase, but I'm actually really excited because I feel like I'm learning something new each and every day, and the great thing about this is that whatever you learn, you can apply it very easily to your business, and you basically, like, it builds on one another. Okay, so whatever you're learning, it builds on one another. So it's very, very it's great. It's very, very interesting, and um, you know, it really, really helps. So yeah, so I've been running Facebook ads. That's basically all I've done in terms of in terms of marketing. And I have an Instagram account. I've put a few posts, and then my Instagram is also linked to my Facebook page for my cell phone reselling. And so whatever I post on my Instagram forwards to my Facebook page. And so sometimes they reach me, people like this morning I woke up, somebody sent me a message on how much, I don't know how much what, maybe how much, do I buy it for or whatever, but that's too general. So I just told them to message me. So it has been quite an interesting journey. Um, so I was running another business model whereby I was um, putting out 9 by 12 cards to business owners to try to get them to purchase it, so that advertising so that they can get more customers. But I didn't like that business model, to have to keep calling people, business owners, to try to convince them that they need customers. It just was, and I was running Facebook ads, leads based ads for that, and it was just um I just didn't like having to pressure people and try to convince people that they needed what I had to offer, even though it was good. But I was like, no, there's a better way. There's a better way. So, and there's an easier way, and there's a more comfortable way to be able to make your money, and without as much stress. So I decided that, you know what? So when I found this on YouTube, iPhone reselling, and shout out actually to Tice Hibbert, because watching his YouTube videos had really, and also Money Man Jeff, watching his YouTube videos as well. Those are really great, content creators, because I have gained a lot from just watching their videos, and just getting information. There are also some other YouTubers that actually watch their videos, and you know there was one that actually like gave like details in terms of like a price sheet. So I currently I'm using Atlas Mobile price sheets, and Atlas Mobile. If you can Google Atlas Mobile, you're able to get a price sheet. So, and that has allowed me to be able to know how much to buy the iPhones for. So let's say, for iPhone 14, maybe a 14 Pro or 14, the they're offering, maybe 200. you know, the price sheet said that they're gonna pay $200 for that, then I offer 100, right? I offer 100. I ask them like, what is the condition of the phone, and things like that. Are there any scratches? Is it functional? Whatever. And is it locked or unlocked? Because there are different prices for phones that are locked, and it's a different pricing for phones that are unlocked. Okay, so when I say locked, I mean it's still um, locked to the carrier. Okay, so it'll say SIM locked. If you go to settings, about, yeah, settings, um, general, about, and you look, it'll tell you the kind of iPhone it is. Because a lot of times people will reach out to you that have an iPhone X. Then I'm like, okay, go to settings, about, general, yeah, general, about, and then they'll look and get the details. And then I ask them like, how many gigabytes? A lot of times they don't even know, so because you need to know those things, because if you look on the price sheet, those things are specified in terms of the particular phone, the amount of gigabytes, and then whether it's locked or unlocked. So you need that information so that you can present them the best offer for their phone. So those are things like that I'm, kind of getting more familiar with. But once you kind of like do one or two um, flips, you buy, certain phones and you do one or two flips, you will be, more keen to knowing exactly what to do. And also, I'm actually like understanding certain things in terms of like how to make more profit. Like for example, the first phone that I purchased was a it was a phone that was locked to the no, it was not locked to the carrier. It was locked to it was locked to the owner, so it was iCloud locked. Okay, so it said locked to owner. So I purchased it for $30. It was a iPhone SE. That was the first phone I ever um, bought. Okay, so it was an SE third generation. And I didn't know what to do with it because I purchased it, and the owner was someone that was she was strapped for cash. She had a baby. She needed diapers. She needed food or whatever, and she just wanted to get rid of that phone and get some money for it. So I met her in Indiana at a McDonald's. I looked at the phone. I gave her the money as promised, and I was like, okay, now what am I gonna do with this phone? I don't know anything about phones. And I was just taking action, just taking action. And that's what we're told, just to take any kind of action, imperfect action, just do something, okay? So I went and withdrew the money, and I gave it to her. And I'm like, okay. So I was going home and I was like perplexed, like, okay, what am I gonna do with this phone? It still has Find My iPhone on there, so it can still be tracked. And I was just like worried, like, okay, I don't want to take this phone home because, it's still being tracked. And I was just like, you know what? I'm gonna get rid of the phone. So I went to an ATM, the ETM, this is my ever phone that I purchased, okay? So I went to Eco ATM and I put it into the Eco ATM, and after I scanned everything, it told me that it will offer me $32. I'm like, well, that's fine. At least I get $2 profit. I get my money back. That's perfect. But then it was like, okay, this phone is iCloud locked, and Find My iPhone is still on this phone. So because I couldn't penetrate the phone, because I couldn't get into the phone, I didn't have the knowledge yet of how to get the phone unlocked. I didn't know that there was a service that allows you to be able to unlock the phone. I was trapped, or I was like, okay, so what they said was, okay, so if you still want to sell this phone, we're gonna purchase it for $8. But because I didn't know what to do, I didn't know, so I ended up losing $22, and I ended up selling it for $8 to the Eco ATM. Okay, so that was my first ever experience selling phones. But you know I mean, experience is the best teacher, like they say, right? So I was like, okay, so cool. So even while I was still there, I saw a guy that was coming into the Eco ATM trying to sell a phone. I didn't know that it was locked to carrier, but it was. He told me that the Eco ATM was offering him $42 for his phone, and so I was like, okay, well, cool. I can offer you 50. That was my second phone that I purchased right there at the same. I mean, at the grocery store. So I gave him $50, and I took his phone. So I didn't know a whole lot about SIM locked and things like that and everything. But I was like, well, I have this phone. I mean, it's in pretty good condition and everything. Um, the battery was good. I think it was about 87%. So it was pretty good. But I was like, okay, so how do I get rid of this phone? So that was my process. Okay, what do I do? But even in this process, that I'm still learning. I'm learning that okay, so I have to make sure that I deactivate, find my iPhone and things like that. So long story short, I was able to get that done um, at the person that I resold the cell phone for. So yeah, so well, I don't want to make this video long, but I ended up selling it for $25. So I didn't make a profit. I was actually more as at a deficit, but I learned something because the guy, it was a cell phone repair shop, and the guy showed me how to disable the Find My iPhone. So I learned something, but so just understand that when you are starting a iPhone reselling business, you're gonna lose some money at first in learning the process. You're not there to profit at first. You're just there to learn. But as you learn, you're gonna start making profit. Okay. I just wanted to give you this video, and just let you know that this is how you're able to make some profit. Running Facebook ads is the best way to reach out to people. I mean, to market your business because people will reach out to you. So make sure you like, subscribe,